Why? Oh my god! This is the first time I'm using Restream.
I was too. I muted and then it wouldn't stop. I had to close out the tab and come back in.
Welcome to our show where we talk about technical difficulties.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm ever using it. It's because StreamYard was a little more money. Okay, let's try this. Now talk. Still can hear you. This is weird. Still that ringing sound.
And there, yeah, still that sound.
See? And then it goes away when I mute Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
But I still hear it, so it's definitely probably something on my end, and I don't know what or how to fix it.
Maybe get out, restart your computer or whatever, and then come back. Maybe it'll stop. I have no idea.
I heard a very quiet hello.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. I'll try that.
Okay.
I'll be back.
And then George, maybe restart your computer or something, because I can't even hear you.
It's really quiet.
Really quiet.
It's quiet to the point where we won't be able to hear you much.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Say again?
How about now?
I can hear you.
It's still quiet, but it's there.
Yeah. Now I can't hear you. Do you have a microphone that's not your headphone?
Hey, what are you doing?
Small child. Hello, small child.
Get out of here.
Disappear. It's a magic trick.
It's just running away now.
Oh, now I can hear you fine. What?
Yeah.
I have you up like a little louder, but it's not like it's louder. It's at 122. So, okay. So, yeah.
Yay, technical difficulties.
So, this is the last live stream thing I'm doing of my podcast with like crowdfunding campaigns because, I don't know, I just got sick of doing it, and there's other shows that do it. So, just you can go to one.
So, what are you going to do next?
I still am going to do my podcast, but we're going to be announcing a couple things for that during our virtual Comic-Con in November.
Cool.
So if people want to join that, they can. If you hear beeping at all, it's my neighbor. They have some like restoration company, so they leave their driveway every 5 seconds.
Of course.
We're going to be talking about crowdfunding campaigns today, and Cat's back. Hey, I don't hear a ringing sound.
All right.
Cool.
Fantastic.
So, I guess we can start with Lori first.
Sure.
Awesome. So,
I'm going to drop the link in the private message if you want it.
yeah. Actually, I have your Kickstarter already up, so that's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah. Copy that.
I just did an interview with George. He knows all about it.
Hey, George, you want to
kinda
tell
what we
us
do,
about
right?
her campaign?
Yeah, I was like, I could just sit here and George could probably tell you everything.
Oh, that's so cool. Cool. So I'm going to share layout.
George, you shaved.
I did,
Since
yeah. I
last
lost
time, I
my
know.
stuff.
Who is this
Entering in
baby-faced man?
a Rambo lookalike contest here. I am. So tomorrow, so I need to shave the goatee.
That's cool.
So this is issue 2. You had issue 1 a while ago.
Yep. We kickstarted in April, finished funding in May, and then it went to printing in July. So at the end of the month, we started shipping it out. So
That's cool.
yeah.
How was shipping and everything? Was that fun?
The filling, it wasn't bad. I'm pretty organized when it comes to all that stuff. So I got it all done in like a weekend, pretty much.
Yeah, I got to do that for our one Mittens comic. It's a cat comic.
Cool.
We did that in July, and now I'm going to be fulfilling it this weekend. So,
Right.
yeah.
It's kind of
But
the same
nice.
thing. It's like you just clear off the table, line up all your stuff, start going through. It's like pick a backing level, fill all those, go to the next one, fill all those.
Yeah, I think I came up with a cool system. I never had a giant dining room table until now, so I
There you
took
go.
all the reward tiers and I'm going to cut them each off of a piece of paper, and I'm going to tape them to the table, and then I'm going to just stack whatever that reward tier is on that piece of paper, and then just keep doing that. So
That's a way to
I
do
think
it.
that'll work. Yeah. And I finally got a scale so I can actually weigh them instead of having to go to the post
Yeah.
office and be like, oh, it's actually
Yeah.
15,000 pounds. I was like, oh, that's not nice.
This will cost you $9,000 to ship, sir.
Yeah, no. So what is the path of the Pale Rider?
We are a Western apocalypse. So we are actually based in the future where the dead no longer die. The death process is broken. So your body can die, but your soul or your energy, whatever you want to call it, it stays in your body. So you don't transition. You get to stay on the earth and enjoy your own decay phase. So you go crazy as your brain rots in your skull. So we have undead. We have the typical apocalypse, like we have overpopulation, we have riots, we have famine, all sorts of things that have gone wrong in the past. So we're following Jude St. Clair, this cowboy, in the apocalypse, 10 years. And, it's 10 years into the apocalypse, and he's still looking for the answer. So we'll see if he can survive long enough to figure out the truth, answer the question, why did the dead no longer die? That's the part right there where you want to read that. But we have the main comic, and we also do like a fan experience. So we have short films that we release. That's that one. And then we also do like a riddle. So the back cover of every issue is a riddle to solve. So if you solve the riddle, you get to interact with the story in the real world. So you might go to like a Facebook group or a web page, or there might be a phone number to call. When you answer the riddle, you could get something in the mail from one of my characters. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of cool stuff. So like that, the short film, we explored conspiracy theories. So the fans got to send in video about what they think broke the death process, and we put it together like it's a newsreel, and it's pretty entertaining. So
I saw that. It was like,
did you watch it?
Like, yeah, I did. Yeah, and they're like, it's cats. It's got to be cats. And I'm like,
she's one of the favorites, and the McDonald's one is like everybody's favorites. And then of course the guy that robs the bank, and then the guy with the knife sticking out his back, and then I get run over by a car. So it's fun times. You'll have to watch it to see what I'm talking about.
And your art is just insane on this book. It's
Yeah, Marco DeFillo. But it's like we did the first issue in black and white. We didn't quite hit our color goal, but it was more important to us to get the story out there. But you'll see as you continue, I had him go back and color some of the pages from the first issue and color stuff from the second issue, so people can see what he's capable of. And it's really cool. It's really cool. Like, you got to see the difference. It's amazing what he can do in color. So that's kind of what we're pushing for, is this campaign. We would love to get to that color stretch goal so that issue number 2 just comes out in color. We don't have to do like the black and white phase and then save up for the color and go back and re-release. We just want to go straight to the color this time. We were like $800 short the first campaign. So it's like if we do our job, we should be able to get there this time, right? So
Yeah,
this
such
is
a cool
Marco's A
concept.
cover. What's that, Greg?
Oh,
George.
It's just such a cool concept. I love the bear too.
Yeah, because it's not just people that the death process is broken for. It's animals, it's insects. So it's like issue number 1, we're in the wild, and Jude kind of gets to show us who he is by making all these decisions about, a pack of wolves in the middle of the night, or coming across a farm with a lady and her daughter. You know what I mean? So you get to really see who he is. But he ends up on this cliffside road and makes the decision to pick up this glass. And that one decision just has big consequences, because him and his horse sneak over this undead bear, and the horse trips, and out comes this glass that he decided to pick up, and it wakes up the bear. So then they have to deal with the consequences of that. How do you get away from an apex predator? You know, you can't kill it. You know, it's already dead. So issue number 2, he's heading into a town called Santa Claus. Real place, mind you, in Arizona. So it's, what's that?
That's cool. I didn't know
It's
that. was
called
a-
Santa Claus. Not friendly. You know what I mean? They don't like undead. They stake you out front. They don't like strangers. But Jude's looking for this guy he's been looking for forever. He says he's important. He's got lots of information. The bartender's like, yeah, he's right over there. And it's this town drunk. You know what I mean? Like, crazy guy spilling his beer on people and spouting nonsense about the man of gold who lives forever. So, not exactly what Jude was hoping for. Look at this page. This is what we want. It's, you know? But there he is on top of the table spouting off about the wrath of God is upon us and we're being judged. And he knows where the answer is to where death went, spills his beer on a guy, and then falls off the table. Good times.
This is cool. Yeah, I don't even know how I
So-
missed the first one. Like, must have been busy doing something else.
It's hard. I mean, like, if people don't know we're here, people don't know we exist, they can't come back us. So that's half the battle, is trying to let people know we're here, you know? So there's us. Here's some variant covers. Jude St. Clair with a dead disc in jail. It's a bad time. This is our Christmas cover. It's a Christmas tree because of Santa Claus. And we're also fulfilling in December. So we took like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, covered it in zombie parts, because that's what Santa Claus would do. It's like a great juxtaposition where it's like the most intimidating image with a welcoming message. It doesn't match, you know? This is going to be colored. It's in progress. It's just like a good like Western saloon. I am going to have one more variant. I'm working on it, solidifying the deal with the artist right now. It's Ken Salinas who does like the Voodoo's covers. I'm really excited about that one. So he's in New York Comic Con right now, but he's going to start working on it next week. So got some fun stretch goals. Get to that 100 backers. We have the blooper reel for the short film. It's funny. 5,000. Our goal is like 4,550. So if we get to 5,000, which we did last time, I'm gonna print everybody a color print of Big James from issue number 1 that Marco colored, because look at it. 6,500. We're gonna fulfill issue number 2 in color. So that'll be nice. We don't have to do the black and white, right? We'll just skip right over that. I think it's 77. Yeah, 7,700. We're going to go back and recolor issue number 1, which was released in black and white. So.
And 10,000. There's a one
10
shot.
We're doing a one shot. We have one of the reward levels I did was a choose your own adventure story. And there's a really nasty character called the Skinner in it. So we're actually going to develop that character a little more and do a one shot. 12,000, I'm going to give you an experience where I'm going to dress up in a red dress on Halloween and slice pumpkins with a machete. I have 3 machetes and a sledgehammer. So you guys can vote on which one I use to kind of like just decimate some pumpkins. So, because machetes. And at 15,000, one of my buddies, Rich, who did the black and white cover, he's going to also put on a red dress and decimate some things as well. I'm going to let him choose fruit or vegetable, what he wants to do, but he'll do it as well. And I'm probably going to pee my pants laughing because it's going to be so funny.
I was just going to ask how long of the series it is, but it says 13 issues of material written.
Well, when I wrote this, it was a screenplay because I come from production. I used to work for a production company choreographing fight scenes. The first arc is 13 issues. I'm well into the second arc. I'm 9 issues in. It's looking like it's going to be about 12, and there will be a third arc, and I'm probably ending at the third arc. So it's big. And I mean, like the first arc is a fun time and it's a wild ride, but we multiply that by like 100 when we start the second arc. It's like we kind of tie things up nicely, and then I blow everything up in the first episode, arc number 2. So, I mean, wouldn't you love to see that in live action? Because I would.
Yeah.
Or at least get the animated like Castlevania. Ah, that would be great. There's Castlevania. It's so good. It's so good. This is a short film for the first issue. So it's a commercial for an undead retirement community. We did some riots. We had lit some things on fire and shot a person. That's all. Nothing major. And then this is actually the long form of the short film for this one. So this one at the bottom, if you scroll to the bottom and you watch this one, it's 8 minutes long, which is really long, but supremely funny. And of course, we got Friends with Campaigns. I'm sure you've seen cool. Sam Vera out there. He's working hard. Gone hunting. Chris Brown, is a friend of mine, and he's running this is a really cool game. It's almost like Catan, but it's based off of like hunting in the woods. So it's like he's like, it's vegan approved because you can go hunting and kill no animals. It's really funny. And then lady friend of mine who also writes horror. Her Kickstarter is coming up, so she's got a pre-launch link there if anybody's interested in hunting some demons. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get it colored, and you got a lot of days left, so I'm pretty sure you'll get that.
Yeah. We're like this is our 8th day, so plenty of time. But we do have a choose your own adventure, like I said. That's an option. I highly recommend that one because it's 60 pages. It's a manga size book, black and white, has some black and white illustration of some real grisly death. So you get to put on the cowboy hat and the boots and go run some bounties and see how long you could survive in the world of Path of the Pale Rider, which is not very long. Everybody dies. But you can just play it over and over again, which is fun. So that's a good time. And we have, I'll just show you the last thing that we have. We have some Funko Pops. So this is our one from last campaign, the Jude St. Clair, that's open for everybody else to back it. So I'm going to do up to 50, and it just depends on how many people order. You know, that's how exclusive it will be. So if there's 10 people that order, you get one of 10. You know what I mean? And then the new Funko Pop for this campaign is the Undead Bear.
How do you get your own Funko Pop made?
You go on Etsy and you make friends with a sculptor and you pay them money to make your stuff. But the guy that I found is like, he's really good. Look at this box. I mean, it's legit. He puts graphics of the cover on the back. I mean, this is looks like a Funko box. You know what I mean? So they do the box and he hand painted this. He's got the technology, and he's got like a machete, and he's got his guns and cowboy boots and all of his things that he wears on the Funko. I was like, that's amazing. So they're there, people. If you like them, go get one.
Okay, George.
Yeah.
So I do not have your link, so I'm gonna need that.
Okay. Let me get it for you. Hold on. Okay. So let me just start talking while while I grab this stuff. So my series is called Cover of Darkness. It's like Game of Thrones meets the Universal Monsters. It's about a family in medieval Romania that gets separated from each other, and encounters all the classic villains. We have vampires, werewolves, the mummy, creature from the Black Lagoon, and a steampunk Atlantean Frankenstein.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's about their journey back to each other, and within the family that gets separated, there's twin shapeshifters. So boys that can turn into animals. So you get like gorillas fighting werewolves.
Wow.
And they can turn into any animal too. I even have a polar bear taking on a yeti in this thing. All right, I just sent you the link to the. We're in like pre-launch right now, and yeah, it launches October 18th. The book was picked up by SourcePoint Press, and it was in comic book stores across North America. Issue 1 came out in January, and issue 6 just came out in June. And this is for a hardcover, so like the collected graphic novel in hardcover form. And you're going to get like some extra pinups and some concept art in the back as well, in addition to all 6 issues. And the book's structured in a really cool way. Every issue is split. Half of it is dedicated to our family's adventure. They're on a colliding course with the monsters. And the other half focuses on a monster origin story. So every monster gets their own origin story. And we've done our own thing with them and reimagined them, like our werewolves are Vikings, you know. So kind of a new twist on the characters. And so you get 5 monster origin stories, and then issue 6 is where everything comes together. And it's like our epic conclusion with dragons. So it's
battle.
meets. Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's awesome.
And we're also doing a card game as well, which is a game that I built with my daughter. It's her birthday party today, so we're going out to do some paintballing in a few minutes. But
Yay!
That'll be fun. Happy birthday.
Yeah, 10. She called it a decade of destruction.
Oh, she made it to double digits.
Dun, dun, dun.
So the card game that we built, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. There's this old game called Golf where you have to like lay down a grid of cards, and you can only look at the bottom row once, and you have to try and remember what was there, and then you have to try and like make pairs or 3 of a kind to kind of get your score down to 0, like golf. Well, so what we did is, because we liked that game a lot and we'd play it all the time, we reverse engineered it, and we made it so you had to make pairs or 3 of a kind of the different monsters, and every card has a different monster on it. And the more monsters you get, the bigger your monster army is, and the more powerful it is. And so your score goes up, and you want to get the biggest score. And then we introduced like some kind of specialty cards into the game as well. So there's like a Gravedigger card where you can go through the discard pile and get the card that you want. There's a Goblin card where you can steal another card, and there's even like death cards in the book, and they're all like tarot card size. So it's really fun, and all the artwork is done by our series artist MJ Hiblin. He is incredible talent that does everything with like his finger. He doesn't use like a pencil or a stylus, and he's got like this really gritty, kinetic kind of style to it. It's super fun. And the artwork that you can see here on the screen, those are our variant covers that were done by Scott McDaniel. He worked on Nightwing, which is what he's probably most well known for, but he's also working on like Batman and Daredevil and all sorts of stuff. So that was super fun to work with him.
Sick. I just got Peacock like 2 weeks ago or whatever, and they have like all the old movies like The Invisible Man and Frankenstein and stuff, and I actually started watching them because I've never seen them because before my time.
The black and white Turner Classic ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, those are great, man. My introduction to those was like Monster Squad back in the 80s.
Yes.
And there was I liked the League of Extraordinary like Gentlemen, so I always like that. Yeah, I'm definitely probably gonna back that there. That's cool.
I put a link in the chat to my website here, and if you click that, you can see some artwork from the book as well. Yeah, so when I was a kid, I watched Monster Squad when I was like 5 years old. My parents, we lived in an apartment building at the time, and they went over like across the hall to their friend's house, and they just left me with this video that I had picked out at Blockbuster. And that movie like just scared the pants off of me. Like it's kind of, if you watch it now as an adult, you're like, this isn't really that scary. But for like a 5-year-old kid, I was just mortified of like what I was seeing, like these like monsters. And ever since then, I've had kind of like a love-hate relationship with these characters, where it's like, yeah, there's my book right there, so you can see some of the covers. So if you go to the right a little bit here, so these ones here with that's highlighted right now, those are by our series artist MJ Headland, and then the covers with the big monster head, those are by Scott McDaniel. Yeah, so the hand reaching out to you, that's our series artist MJ Headland. And
Wow.
yeah, what an incredible talent. We found
Mhm.
him off of Instagram, and the guy has like
Oh, okay.
250,000 followers. It's
Wow.
interesting because he hasn't really done a lot of work in comics before, but oftentimes I'll meet people and they'll be like, hold on, and they're like, pull up their phone and they're like, I'm following this guy, I know him. So even though you might not be familiar with his comic book work, you might be following him.
That's cool. Wow.
Yeah, and he's a huge fan of like of monsters and stuff like that. I was actually talking with him recently, and he's like, this is like my dream job. He's like, this is what I've like always wanted to do. So it's been pretty cool for him too. And we've been jamming on this so I write it with my co-writer Chris Cam. She's my cousin, and then we also and then MJ Hiblin, and then the last person on our team is Nikki Powers, who's our letterer. And when Chris and I sat down to plot this thing out, we wrote like an epic, which we plotted out for like 18 issues, and we have completed 12 issues right now, and we're working on issue 13. And so we didn't start off with a publishing contract. We just got out there and like started hustling at conventions and stuff, and selling our books, and got to know the guys at SourcePoint Press. It's been a really nice company to work with. I went out to their warehouse out in Michigan there, and
Yeah.
in there.
You're in
Yeah,
Michigan too?
I am.
no. Oh yeah.
I am. Yeah.
I'm originally from Michigan, but I'm in Texas right now.
Okay.
But yeah, I used to live. I was in Northville and like Novi area
Okay.
before we moved.
Yeah, I live west of Lansing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bless you.
SourcePoint's based out of Saginaw,
Yep.
and so I went out. I was out that way because I'm out by Vancouver, Canada, so I'm like way out.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Coast. And I went out for Toronto Comic Con, and then I was like, hey, it's pretty close to Saginaw. We hop in a rental car and drive over there and meet the guys. And,
Yeah.
And yeah, they're doing some cool stuff. Like they're the official sponsor for like the Fan Expo conventions, which I think is like now the biggest comic book convention company around, because they have more shows than anyone. And yeah, and like Cover of Darkness was featured on the badges and stuff, which was really, really cool to see that. So it's cool. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, so my campaign launches October 18th. So if anyone watching wants to like go and click and be notified of when we launch, that'd be really cool. And you can check out our book. It's a hardcover and a card game together. We also have the digital version as well.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna back that.
Nice.
Hope you have fun at your daughter's birthday party.
Yeah. Ileana, you want to come say hi? Yes, we do.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, she is excited. We've never been paintballing before, so we're gonna go do that.
Ooh. Fun times.
She's already told me that she's gonna shoot me in the butt.
Mm. This is what's going to
Are
happen.
you doing it like in the woods, or are you doing
Yes.
it like? Oh, you are. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I did that with my friends like forever.
Hey, what are you doing? She's going. All right, guys, I should get out of here because
Troublemaker.
ready to go. But thank you so much for having me, Greg, and letting me talk about my book.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Awesome. All right. Catch you next time, everyone.
Bye, George.
Cool. Now we're on to Katrina.
We are
So what's your book about?
cats.
Cats.
And everybody's hugely surprised, right?
You are
Look
almost
how
to your
cute.
goal.
We are almost to goal. We've been live for a week. It's been one of those really good first day and then kind of like spurts here and there.
Yeah.
Which is a little nerve-wracking, but
Totally normal. Totally normal.
Yep. but normal, and I hate to keep telling myself that and telling
Yeah.
myself, we still have 22 days to go, so there's plenty of time left.
Right.
But yeah,
I'm with you.
It's it's nerve-wracking, but we do this to ourselves, so we can't complain too much.
So we can
so
find
yeah.
a better way.
Right. Yeah, so Cobalt's Castaways is the second book in the cat series, the first being Apo's Army. And it is 20 plus short stories all about cats living their best lives. We have chef cats, we have cats trying to be president,
Nice.
cats throwing parties, a little bit of everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How many books have you written now?
This
You
is
have-
book number 4.
Wow.
Yep. The other 2 are the Toy Store books. Not to be confused with Toy Story, which I accidentally say a lot.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Not that famous yet.
Right.
It was Tales from the Toy Store and Return to the Toy Store, which are actually both available as add-ons for this campaign if you did miss them.
That's cool.
And our reward tiers are very simple. You can get the Cobalt's Castaway in digital or print version. You can also get it paired with April's Army in digital and print. And then we have a pin for the first time. I'm super excited about the pin. This is Smudge. He's one of the cats in the book. I'm super excited. I feel like I leveled up. I'm like, look, I got a pin.
You know who you should talk? I don't know if you know Timothy Fling, but he
Yes.
he
Yeah.
likes pins a lot. So I think he would just back your book because you have a pin.
Because there's a pin. I'll mess him up. Like, Greg said you like pins. Here you go.
There you go.
And then one of my favorite reward tiers that we have is basically it's a custom story. So if you want your pet, an animal that you know, written into the book, I write a custom story and it goes into the book.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
So how many pages is this?
It
book?
is currently sitting at 100 pages.
Oh.
100 is my minimum. We have had one person at the custom story tier, so it'll increase once I write that story and any other stories that come along.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I can write like a bunch of comics, but for some reason, when I try to write a book, it's just like blank. Like I don't know why. So
Yeah, I can't write comics if that helps.
Okay.
I edit comics. It's what I do. One of the things that I do. But when I try to like do it and do like panel breakdowns and things like that, I'm like, it never looks right.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, actually, one of the stories in here, I don't know if Greg, you may remember, I joked about writing a story about taco ninjas.
Oh yeah.
And because it's just the person I was working with on it got really sick and has health issues, and so it kind of got just shoved to the side. But in one of the stories, I actually have a cat who is a comic creator who actually writes the Taco Ninja story. So if anybody ever wondered what it was going to be, it's actually in this book.
That's cool.
And then our stretch goals are we have backer levels and we have dollar amounts. So for our backer goals are down below. And we have different books that you can actually get, as well as a print. And then we have bookmarks and stickers and prints for our dollar goals. And that's my team. There's obviously me. And then Max is a 20-year-old artist out of Florida. We started working together when she was 19. She does all of my interior art for me. And then some people may know JW Sims. He did my cover for me. It's his very first prose cover. He's done comics, but he's never done prose before.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, and he actually did one of the prints. There's a stretch goal, Spider Cat, which he based on that one right there. Spider Cat is based on my cat Bongo. JW and I have a podcast on Friday nights, and when Bongo was younger, the door frame behind me, he used to scale it like a mountain climber. He would just go up the side of it. And he started calling him Spider Cat. And so when he got the chance to do a print, he decided to base it off of Bongo.
Oh my gosh, that is really cool. But the cat behind it is the one that makes it the
The
one that's like,
I'm like, what is he
what?
doing?
Yeah. Oh, like that's awesome.
Yeah, I love this print.
That would have been funny if like one of the black cats were actually dressed up like Black Cat. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or Batman.
Or
I am Batman. That's that we can't have them both on the
Speaking of
same
Bongo,
page,
there
though,
he
yeah.
is.
Cool.
he's so aggressive.
Cute. That's so cute.
He's reaching out to you.
Yeah.
Buy my book.
Yes, please.
Mittens and Penguins.
Mittens and the Penguins. That's done by Josh Lyman. And then Center Ice is a comic I actually worked on, which is fantastic. It's part of a series based on kids with various illnesses that's done for charity.
Oh.
And then these are 2 books that were donated for the campaign.
Little bird and little worm.
Yeah, that's Russell Nolte. I
didn't even know he did children's books.
Not recently.
Oh, so it's like a while ago.
Yeah, I think this is one from a while ago.
That's cool. Cool.
Oh.
Do you have like do you know how many more books you have planned for like?
I don't. I just kind of keep going.
Yeah.
I know that the next book will be back to the Toy Story series. See, Toy Story, I did it. Toy Story series. It's going to be holidays at the toy store.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're going to cover a variety of different holidays from all over the world, and how they're celebrated. As you can see, the cats are all trying to get into the video today. There's a horde of them around here. The whole cat lady brand is solid. We had a cat. It sounded like a cat fight outside the window a little bit ago, and so now they're all looking outside to see. They can see what's going on. But yeah, and this was actually the first time I did a video for one of my campaigns.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, I used to do just first 2 campaigns. I just did images. And then I was like, okay, I need to step up my game a little bit. So I did a video this time. Well, I say I did a video. I did the voiceover for the video. Eric Cockrell did my video for me.
Okay.
I have 0 video graphic skills. Like he did most of my graphics for me as well, because asking me to do it, well, you'd get stick figures and little stick figure cats representing, this is a pin. Really, it is, guys.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I have Josh Harris like actually make the graphics for the Kickstarter and stuff.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
like I'm gonna pay you to do this because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
yeah. Eric and I swap skill sets. So with when they have the next book for their audio drama, I'll do the editing for that, and he does stuff for me when I need it.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
I joke around, use your friends.
Nah,
But I'm a-
barter. You barter. That's what you're doing.
But I'm also available to be used. So
Right.
whatever I can do.
I do that too. It's like, okay, I also do flatting. Can I flat for you? And you can draw me a cover because
Yeah.
something like that could work out.
Yep.
Okay, I'll put that in the chat. Cool. So I guess thanks for coming on the last one.
I know. I
Hooray!
can't believe we're not doing this anymore.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm running out of podcasts, guys.
I'm still
I'm
gonna
glad
be
I was
doing.
able to sneak in before you were done. You were like, this
Yeah.
is it. I was like, I'm available.
Yeah.
I think I messaged Greg like a month and a half ago. I was like,
Yeah.
when are we doing this?
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot how many people actually were a part of this one, and I was like, I thought there was like more, but I guess that was for the September one. I actually canceled that one.
Oops.
Things were
Sorry,
going
sorry, September people.
on. Yeah. And then for our actual podcast, we only have like 2 episodes of this year left, and one is just both are gonna just be me and Dylan, I think. But the first one is gonna go over like just promoting the Comic-Con that we're gonna do. And then the next one is gonna be during the Comic-Con. It's talking about a bunch of stuff.
I look forward to the sign up sheet so I can just be like, put me everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's like, Kat, you can't take all the spots, okay? Why not? Why not take them all?
he's trying to get people that like were never on before, which is cool. But like we were going through like a huge program from like New York Comic-Con from like 2018 or 19.
Okay.
And we were trying to like reach out to all those people. There's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know who's going to actually say yes to this. But he's like, oh, well, we could just try. I was like, okay. I'm like, well, we can definitely get people once I like posted it on Facebook. So once I do that. Except the last couple of posts I've done on Facebook, like no one's seen. I don't know why.
I think there's something up with some algorithms, like specifically Kickstarter.
Kickstarter, yeah. If you say the word Kickstarter, I think they're just like,
no, I'm speaking specifically about Kickstarter's algorithm. Like I remember from last campaign, and that was only 6 months ago. It's not like it was last year. I felt like I had a lot more passive backers where it's like my stuff would show up in their suggestions. I'm not getting that traffic this time.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going on. And it's not just me. I feel like there's some more people out there that are having this problem as well. Where it's like, I mean, and yeah, you're right. Like, don't put the word Kickstarter in your Facebook post because then Facebook is just going to be like, you get no views.
Yeah.
And don't put a link in there because also no views. So
yeah, that's why I put the link in the comments. But sometimes that doesn't really work either.
Yeah, I was told the other day that the best thing to do is have somebody else put the link in your comments. Gotcha. That way, it's not you again.
Yeah, because
I'm like, well, like who do I pay to stalk my page and be like, hey, okay, I posted again. Can you go in and
yeah,
because you're driving traffic away from Facebook, and that's why they're like, oh no, you have to stay on Facebook, and I'm like, well, no, because that's not where my money's coming from.
Twitter does the same thing. If you put it on Twitter with the link, they won't push it. So it's hard, you know. We want people to see us, and we get social media so people can see us with us. But yet, social media doesn't want us to do that, so it's hard.
Right?
Yeah.
How do people find us?
Yeah.
Like, how do people find us to even know we exist? Because people love cats and people love westerns and horror stories, but it's like if you don't know we're here and you don't know the campaign is live, you can't come back us. So
Yeah.
Right.
gotta
Yeah,
support
people
indie.
definitely
That's
like cats because our comic in July did very well. It's
Yeah.
the best one I've done.
cats,
so.
cats,
Yeah.
huge,
Yeah.
huge
Well,
cat
that's
people,
I
right?
think it is actually my opening thing on my thing is like, are you on the internet? Do you like cats?
Check, check. Well, then
You
this
know.
book is for you.
Well, then here we go.
Yeah.
But-
How we promoted Mittens was if you like Star Wars or any kind of space western,
Mhm.
you'll like that. Mandalorian. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got people that read it ahead of time, and they said it was like a Mandalorian. I was like, that's the best
Cool.
compliment.
That's
I
a
ever
great
got.
compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll go right for Disney now.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Forget this
Disney.
whole indie publishing thing. I'm
just-
going big leagues now.
Straight to Disney. See what they say.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we came out hard out of the gate.
Yeah.
And then it's, like day one was outstanding. And I thought, okay, we're going to actually maybe fund in the first few days. And
Yeah.
then everything slowed, to a crawl. And I'm just like, okay, maybe
That's what I'm
not.
saying. Like, I
was-
want to say
I
the
want
first
to say it
eight
was like the first day I think was everybody who had saved it
yes,
and returning backers.
right.
Yeah.
And then all the social media posts, all that, I'm just like, no, it's just not getting anywhere.
It's not. And it's like, even on Kickstarter, though, I feel like people should be able to find you
Mhm.
if they're looking. But it's like, it's only the ones that are funded that get pushed to the front. And it's like, those people don't need your help anymore.
Right.
Find us people that are like at 70% where we're like, we're so close, people. Come on board.
Yeah.
Like, we have fun time. We look at all this stuff that we have and
Yep.
get to
Yeah,
participate
exactly.
in and come along. Come along
Come
for
on,
the ride.
come on, Greg.
Come
Come
on.
along for the ride.
I got your other one though.
You did.
Yeah. That was
Sure.
for my girlfriend too, because I'm probably not gonna read things about cats. Even though we just got a cat, like a new
Did
cat.
you?
Huh.
Yeah. She named it Marshall
Marshall.
because her other cat, the one that I'm not a big fan of, is named Marceline. It's named after like the vampire in
Oh, right. Yep.
Adventure Time, and I guess the guy version of that is Marshall. So,
Okay.
I was like, why don't you name it like Wilfred or something?
Wilfred.
We have a variety. The youngest one we have here is Freya.
Nice.
So we have Freya, and then Bongo, which I did not name. That is my youngest son's cat, and
Marshall
his girlfriend at the time, they've since broken up, got a kitten right around the same time, and his name was Banjo. So they had Banjo and Bongo.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But I hear
Marshall-
like I hear
No,
like
like-
in my head.
Which and then he moved into an apartment where he's not allowed cats. So Bongo has lived here, and now I think the kid is coming home after he graduates in the spring and moving back in. So it's like, oh, good.
All the cats.
Your cat can be your cat again.
Yes.
Yeah. So Marshall's actual name was Tyler, but that's my brother's name, and that's kind of weird. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that.
No.
They don't get confusing at like family holidays. Tyler, get off the
Like-
table.
Tyler, get off the table.
He's like, I'm not. I'm eating.
They
What's the
do.
problem?
Why would I be on the table?
I'm like, what happened? Oh, Tyler knocked that over. No, I didn't.
It wasn't me.
Cool. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming. And
Yeah.
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 This was the last one. People should back
Wow.
these campaigns, and when George's actually launches, you should back that too.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, we're ending it.
All right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Bye.
Come follow us on social media. Path of the Pale Rider, Western Apocalypse with Undead Bears and Conspiracy
Yeah.
Theories. Come
Follow
check
us.
out.
You probably won't see it, but come
Hashtag cat.